Hey everybody, welcome back to In Bed with a Millennial. I'm the Millennial Javeda Bay, and this is my bed. And it is still September, and we are still getting in the groove of school, which means I'm still continuing my conversations around sex ed for college students. So we're gonna keep going strong with that train. And today I want to talk about sexual wellness resources on college and university campuses, so that way you can feel a little bit more confident reaching out to find out if your university offers this. So let's get into it. First things first, I mentioned it last week, but university health centers. They are an amazing resource for a variety of reasons. One being if you're ever sick, you can go there and somebody can help you. Two, STI testing. Most college, campus, university health centers offer STI testing because one, they want to minimize the spread of STIs on college campuses, but also because health centers help you to know about your health. So yeah, you can go there and you can get STI testing, and depending on your university, it might either be low cost or free, or if you have insurance through your parents, insurance can cover it. They can bill your insurance. So knowing that that's an option, you don't have to be I don't know how I'm going to get STI tested. You're going to go to your health center because it's on campus and you don't have to leave. You don't have to make it. Well, you might have to make an appointment, but you don't have to go find a whole doctor's office to go to. You can go on campus. So that's the first one. Also, it's usually really great because they will call you with your results or something. But there may also be a pharmacy on your campus. So if you actually needed meds or anything, they'd be able to get them to you, and you wouldn't have to wonder how am I gonna make it to the pharmacy? Pharmacy's already there. So the university health center, and not just for STI testing, but usually they also offer free barrier methods. So I know when I was in college, there was a whole condom wall, and it was just a bunch of different condoms that you could pick from. You could just take them, so you have access to barrier methods without having to go to CVS and buy them. Even though I would recommend you getting ones that you like. That is my recommendation always. But if you're in a pinch and you're girl, that freaking work study paycheck don't come in for another 2 weeks, but I need condoms now, go to your health center. And if it's not your health center, it might be your LGBTQ center, or if your university has an actual sexual wellness center, they would have them. I promise you, most colleges and universities offer some form of free barrier method. And for them, it's mainly because they know that if they help prevent pregnancies, they keep students in school longer and they make more money. But that's whatever. Just know it's a free resource that you can access. And yeah, you can also just get your regular wellness exam. So if you were someone with a vulva and a uterus, you can go and get your annual pap smear and things of that nature. Or if you're just worried about something sex is painful or whatever it is, you can go and actually have somebody look at it and talk to you about it. Get your questions answered by a medical professional. It's amazing. So check and see if your university has a health center. The next great sexual wellness resource is actually going to be the LGBTQ plus center on your college or university campus. And you're probably Javay, why would that be a good sexual wellness resource for me to have? You want to know the number one reason? Is because they typically offer some type of programming, some type of resource that is inclusive sex education. Because as you know, most sex ed that people get is not queer inclusive at all. It does not teach you what lesbian sex is or can look like. It leaves all of those questions unanswered. So going to an LGBTQ plus center is a great sexual wellness resource because you're hey, I can actually get more information around my queer identity, my LGBTQ identity, to make better decisions for myself. Also, because you can build community, and you're probably how is that a sexual wellness resource? Do you know how amazingly impactful it is to actually have community that has things similar and aligned with you? So important for your mental health, for your social development, for everything. So using your LGBTQ plus center, we give you that. It would give you that peace of mind, that confidence, that comfort, and knowing that there are other people that share the same identities as you, especially in terms of the sexual realm. Also, if you're someone that's I wasn't out in high school, I really didn't explore my sexuality, going to your LGBTQ plus center is a great way to actively get to know the queer community, get to know what it means to be queer, what it can mean, to better define things for yourself. yeah, so that is a great resource that you should want to use. And then the second reason is because a lot of LGBTQ plus centers bring outside people in to do workshops and stuff. I have taught plenty for LGBTQ centers that talk about so many different topics that you probably would not have access to otherwise. So connect with your LGBTQ plus center. They probably have social media. You can follow them on Instagram or TikTok and see what's coming up with them and like learn from them. Also, some of them offer barrier methods, so you can like get free condoms and things of that nature, dental dams, whatever. But yeah, make sure that you know that it's there. You're using it. You're like paying attention to what's being offered by them because it can help you in ways that you probably don't realize. And the last resource that you should probably know about on college campuses in relation to sexual wellness is the Title IX office. And if you don't know, Title IX, that's going to be the office that you go to if there were ever any instances of sexual assault, rape, or things of that nature on campus. So if anything were to happen to you, you would go to the Title IX office and you could like file a report and things could progress from there if you want to, like, if the school does an investigation and things of that nature. So it's important to know in case a situation were to arise that that's a resource for you. It's also important to note that if you do go to Title IX, like they are mandated reporters. I think that's what the phrase is, meaning like if you tell them something and someone was harmed, they have to then report it. So this is not me saying it like don't use that resource, but just like know that that's what that resource means. And it looks a lot of different ways. Things play out differently. Also, every school is different. Some schools like actively do take Title IX cases and situations very seriously. Some of them are more worried about their prestige, so they will brush things under the rug to not disturb the peace of the university or the college. I can't say, I don't know what school you're going to, but just know that like Title IX is a resource that is in place at all colleges and universities. It's like federally a thing. And they help in the situations of sexual assault and rape. They're supposed to help. So being mindful that that's a resource that you can use, is available to you, is extremely important. But yeah, looking into what resources are available on your campus is extremely important to, one, minimize the costs that you have to spend. Like if you can get cheaper STI testing or free STI testing, free barrier methods, like why would you not? Like you're in college, you got better things to spend your money on. Use the free resources. But also in the case that you have questions, you need someone to talk to, knowing those resources is extremely important. So please just go look, go ask somebody, go ask an upperclassman, maybe they know. But yeah, those are your sexual wellness resources. Check them out, use them. And then subscribe to my YouTube channel and come back next week because I'm gonna have a new episode. And it's gonna be a good one because we're gonna talk about alcohol, sex, and consent because we need to. We really need to. But yeah, until then, make sure you're following me on social media because I have more sex ed content on there, and you are subscribed to my email newsletter because, you know, that's where the good stuff really is. But until then, I'm gonna see you later. Deuces.